Here at the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have our red Protoss player hailing from the team StarTail. It is Squirtle. And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner is our green Terran player, that is Empire.Kas. Now, something I noticed, as you're going to see gold minerals here, when the loading screen was coming up, they actually used the IPL 3 version of this, which I do not believe was forced cross-spawn or was no gold minerals. So, well, it lucked out, and we have cross positions.
We give them the map list. We're like, just do this. They're like, ah, whatever version. We're like, ah, whatever. We don't care either.
Gotcha. Kas says he hasn't played this version yet. That is true. He did not participate in our 6-month-old tournament at IPL 3.
There you go.
All right.
And looks like Squirtle may have spent some time with the Pro.S clan in Korea as well. Pro.S is sort of like, it's a team house over there, but it's more for players that want to kind of get into pro gaming, really. Hey, Firefox 11 is available. What do you know?
Sweet.
All
Great.
Right.
Hooray. I will not
don't
update
use
that right
Firefox
now.
Anymore. Sorry. I use Chrome. But
I
anyway,
do too.
yeah, Pro.S is a team house in Korea. Basically, how it works is, and this is how a lot of the smaller ones work, is that you pay a certain amount to live there, and the better you do in the in-house tournaments, the less you pay to live there. So a lot of people that want to become pro gamers will spend some time at places like that. And I believe DRG came out of Pro.S, and a few others too, but their names escape me. So, yeah, there have been some pretty notable gamers that have spent some time in that clan/house.
Yeah.
And I guess Squirtle was one of those.
Yeah, I've seen Squirtle sport this Pro.S tech for a few times, actually. So now, of course, there's a genuine possibility that he's just using a generic StarTail, account or something like that, or one of his teammates' accounts. But I do believe that I've seen Squirtle sport that tag on a number of occasions.
Could be too. All right. Probe getting in. He's like, I'm just going to go over the depot because it's down. Why not?
It's quicker. I'm just taunting you. I'm going to go back out of it now. You really need to raise those.
No kidding. He's like, well, build another one too. He's like, this place isn't up to code. There's a big gap in your wall.
That's true.
SCV's like, I'm sorry, I'll get on that right away.
Yes. Oh, here, is this better?
Yep. Then they have a big party at the Terran base. They're like, we're ISO 9000 certified or whatever it is.
ISO 9000?
ISO 9000.
That's awesome.
9001. I don't know.
Yes.
Whatever that is.
It's, no, it just sounds like some sort of like a muscle milk variant or something like that. Something you'd buy at the gym.
Welcome with ISO 9000.
ISO 9000!
I could see it.
Yes. All of the protein.
Yeah, look at that. 2 gas immediately from Squirtle. Very early second gas, as that is just finishing up right now. 23 supply.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder what he has planned for that. Squirtle is one of those players, too, that is certainly not above doing something like a Void Ray all-in on a map like this.
Aww.
And that may incite him to do that even more. Kas with the Manor Engineering Bay block there.
It's very possible he'll just go straight to tech, especially now that he's going to see this Engineering Bay up. But this was actually the same build order that he used last game as well, so could just be a quick heavier gas gateway expand out of him. And indeed, we do see the sentry being thrown down immediately right afterwards, and it's going to take a little while before he's able to get this Engineering Bay down. Kas, in the meantime, putting down 2 command centers.
Yep. Expanding very, very quickly here. He knows he has his opponent's expand pretty delayed right now, so he's going to try to play things a little bit greedier on this map. And it's one of those maps too where you can afford to take a pretty quick third base. So we'll have to see how well that works out for him. What's that Engineering Bay getting down to?
Pretty well. Yeah. It builds health so ridiculously fast. So as you see, 35-second build time, 850 hit points. It gets up there so quick.
Yeah. It takes a while to kill.
But this was just going to be a sentry expand, a 1-gate sentry expand out of Squirt. He is now going to do the expand portion of it now. There it goes.
That's right. And so, Kas, 2 more barracks. I think we're going to see a fairly normal mid-game out of him. Yeah, there's the 4th barracks. Okay, so he is actually going to power then. I was wondering if we were going to see 3 barracks into quicker medevacs, but it looks like we're going to see 4 barracks with just a lot of bio units and upgrades. And this makes sense. I mean, if you're playing this greedy, you want to have a lot of barracks producing units to stay safe. First bunker is on the way now. And the Stalker, too many Marines out really for that Stalker to micro again, so he's going to pull back a little bit.
And that bunker is going to be finished here momentarily. 2 more gates at a robotics facility already being put down now for Squirtle, so he'll be taking up pretty quickly. And we'll see what Kas ends up doing. He's morphing in his 3rd orbital command, so we will be able to start collecting minerals like mad. And he's even investing. This is so greedy. Not just the 3rd command center, but investing in a ton of add-ons right away. He's only got a handful of Marines on the field. at the 7-minute mark. So
well, he's fitting right in then to the kind of typical Korean style for StarCraft 2 at the high level these days. It has been very, very greedy lately. I keep waiting for that to start to be punished a little bit more, but for now, people are just content to play those longer macro games. So Kas just jumping right in there as well with that. And let's take a look at his wall up again. I want to talk about that a little bit. I love how he's putting the supply depots in front of the bunkers. That is so good. And, you know, last game we saw him die, actually, to that big gateway push. And one of the things that can help you survive that is to put those supply depots in front so that the Zealots can't get in there quite as quickly.
Very quick Robo-Bait coming out of Squirtle as well. Not double forge immediately, instead opting to get those Colossi before he starts those upgrades. And or it could very well be Warp Prism Speed or something like that in a bit if he wants to put on pressure that way. But it looks like he wants to move over to Colossi pretty quick, because he does have 2 more gas on the way now.
Yep, we'll see. Did make a 2-base push last game, so we could see some sort of 2-base push this game as well. Although the Forge is coming down now, so yeah.
Yes.
Most likely it is going to be a longer macro game. Double Forge, in fact, for StarSquirtle. Kind of separating them a little bit too, so that if the scan goes down, Kas won't see them both right away and know exactly what's up.
And Squirtle does see the next command center. We'll see how he reacts to this. The Robotics Bay now finished. He has enough for a Colossus if he so desires. And just waiting on it for a little while.
Yep. All right, so Kas about as turtley as you can be at this point in the game. But it looks like he may decide to go for a bit of a push here too. We'll have to see.
As it looks like Squirtle actually allocated his money to an expansion. He's going up to 3 bases, of course, on that double forge, 3-gate Robotics Bay already. He'll eventually want to move up to 6-gate, of course. Requires quite a bit of resources, and that's his way of reacting to that early 3rd command center.
Yeah, you can see just how many units Kas can produce here. Man, that is scary macro, the amount of units he's been able to make in such a short time with that. Did he just salvage his bunkers too? He did.
Yes,
all right,
3 of them.
So, yep. Well, he's going to need to go out to protect the 3rd anyway, but we may see actually some aggressive moves from our Terran player in the near future then with that as well.
You know, if he attacks pretty soon, it's going to work out pretty well for him. There's almost nothing out there for Squirtle right now. He's investing in a ton of stuff. If he's allowed a couple more production cycles, things start to get a little bit hairy for Kas.
Well, the big thing is that he doesn't have any medevacs out right now, so any damage he takes from Stim is going to be permanent damage at this point. So we might see him just kind of sit and continue to turtle too. I mean, he could push, but it'd be perfectly fine if he decided to just stay home and wait for medevacs as well. Looks like that's what he's going to do. Yeah, the first 2 medevacs are on the way right now.
And already a Twilight Council coming up, so Squirtle will be able to move into 2-2 very quickly after, well, basically as soon as his 1-1 finishes up. Also has that Thermal Lance coming out, has enough for another Colossus if he so desires, but has not started it quite yet.
Yep. 1 Colossus is like, hey man, I am the Commando Colossus. Man, I am the son of Calvin Colossus. I don't need any other Colossi.
Whoa, calm down there now. I don't know if we can make those bold of assumptions yet.
Well,
but
we'll see. He's only got like 200-some kills to go before he gets up to Bill's level.
That is true. We'll see if, man, so many upgrades for Squirtle. I just cannot believe this. He has got so much coming. As soon as he's able to start utilizing his economy, though, his units are going to look great. But, man, just 1 Colossus. It's got range, though. He has gotten range for officially 1 Colossus so far. But he is certainly going to need some more units out there. As you can see, down by 36 supply. And it's just because that's the way he's been choosing to use his money.
Well, it's kind of funny to see both these guys just sit back and play so passive this game. You know, Squirtle just kind of sitting on that 1 Colossus like we've been seeing. Now Kas, the first person doing some aggression here with the double drop. And, oh, no, he needs to be careful here. Whoa, that was close.
Yeah.
Oh, that poor Marauder.
Yes.
Left hanging once again. It's like the same Marauder each time. He, like, comes back and gets rebuilt. And he's like, no. It's not again.
Oh no, Colossus! What are you doing? 1 Colossus with range. Okay, well he's going to back up a little bit, and I think he may just die very quickly. We'll see if some units can come in to reinforce. Gateway units making their way down. Kas going to use this opportunity just to run into the natural. A couple more force fields are hitting. This Colossus is going to need to come back and start doing some damage once again, and it gets picked off. No more Colossi up, just Gateway units down for Squirtle. I don't think he can hold this.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. This is one of those situations, too, that we see from time to time. If Terran hits at that timing where they get their first 2 medevacs out, and the Protoss has approximately the same timing with their Colossus, where they only have 1 out at the time, we see a GG.